Video about how to hook up a guitar to a stereo receiver. Basically, I don't happen to have a guitar amp, and I have lots of electric guitars that I want to play around with, so the key ingredient here is to have an effects pedal to boost the signal up. If you just plug in an electric guitar to a receiver, you'll hear something, but it's not going to be very loud. It's certainly louder than being plugged in. Now you can crank that thing up and get some sound out of it. It sure is not very loud. It's not right. So, in order to boost that signal up, you've got to either have an effects pedal or active pickups. In this case, I don't have active pickups. I have a distortion pedal hooked up. It's a Danelectro Black Coffee, and I have it hooked up to the back of the stereo with a pair of RCA jacks. And on the other end is a male stereo jack, just like you would plug into headphones. And then this adapter adapts to give me stereo sound. I have a mono in this stereo plug. So what I'm going to end up with is the exact same signal on both speakers going from the distortion pedal. So this way I get a nice full sound, 180 watts RMS of power. You have a pair of 8-inch woofers, and you have that extra backup from the tweeters and a subwoofer, so 10-inch Velodyne hiding under there. And these speakers with the subwoofer are matched to fade and overlap each other without making too much a racket, too much boom. So if you have your bridge pickup, you're going to get a lot of bass, especially if you mute the strings with your palm. And that could be a nice effect, but also it can be a little muddy, so you have to make sure to dial back the volume knob on your bass if you're going to be running through a subwoofer. But it has its ups and downs. Actually, in some ways can sound better than a guitar amp. So here's the difference between being completely just plugged in, and then I add the effects pedal. It's going to boost the voltage up to the point where this receiver can actually do its job. It sounds fine, sounds good, nice and clean. And yeah, you don't have any adjustment in terms of tone besides what's on your guitar, but I don't really need much. I'm happy with a little fuzz pedal or distortion pedal. I'm good to go. I think a wah pedal would be fine also.